but I will let my guest, San Pietro Felice.
SimonPietro Felice.
SimonPietro Felice. Yeah, I almost made you saint.
Thank you. Not yet.
Italian Wine Podcast. Chin Chin with Italian wine people.
Welcome to another installment of On the Road Edition hosted by Stevie Kim. Today she's with SimonPietro Felice at Leonardo Wine Genio, an exhibition space dedicated to Leonardo da Vinci, situated in Vinci in the Italian region of Tuscany. Today they are discussing the genius of Leonardo, his inventions, his methods, and his relationship with wine and the territory.
Hello everybody, my name's Stevie Kim and we are back. This is the On the Road edition of Italian Wine Podcast, and thank you all for following us. Today we are actually in Tuscany. Again, we seem to be here quite often lately. The town is called Vinci because it is actually the native birthplace of Leonardo Da Vinci. We're here on a special occasion, inaugurating a special part of the museum of Leonardo da Vinci. So Mr. Felice is the CEO of the Caviro Group, but also specifically Leonardo da Vinci Winery, and we'll ask him to tell us a little bit about that. So welcome.
Thank you very much.
So can you tell us a little bit where we are, contextualize where Vinci is geographically, where it's located?
Yes, absolutely. We are in the town of Vinci, about 35 kilometers from Florence. And this is where in 1473 Leonardo was born. When he was 2 years old, after the mother stopped nurturing him, he was given to the grandparents and to his uncle and lived for 15 years in the countryside of Vinci, where people were making wine, oil, other fruits of the country. And you can imagine Leonardo so young, so curious about how could nature make possible the transformation from a plant to a fruit and from a fruit type like grapes into wine. So this curiosity most likely made him become the winemaker that he was when he was of an older age.
So he nurtured his curiosity in vines and grapes, but from Vinci.
Leonardo was especially curious in the transformation of a liquid like must into wine. And if you think about it, the two liquids are quite different from each other.
Sure.
Must has certain smell and taste and color, and wine has, fortunately for us, different smell, taste and color. And the process of transformation of these two liquids is what really hit his curiosity on how the fermentation was taking process, what were the characteristics that made the fermentation evolve in the right way, like keep the liquid cold, avoid contact with oxygen, keep it close after you finish the winemaking. And that's something that that curiosity lived with Leonardo all his life. We know that when he was living in Milano, he asked for one gift, a vineyard, not a castle, a vineyard, to stay longer in Milano.
You know, Leonardo da Vinci, his passion for wine, I don't know if you can say was discovered here, but the winemaking, this method that you have, I don't know if it's a trademark, if it's copyright, whatever it is, it's called the Leonardo method. What is it exactly?
Leonardo's method is a method for making good wine. It is made of 4 components. How to grow your vines, how to fertilize the land of your vines, how to extract the must, how you transform the must into wine, and how you conserve the wine into time. To be very sincere, the method is nothing out of the blue. It's what we all do to make good wine.
But not when he actually
not when he
at
actually
the time,
discovered.
right?
In the 1500, to my knowledge, no other countries, nor France, nor Spain, nor other countries had any methodology on making good wine. What we are trying to make in the Leonardo method is to investigate its research and use it to take the technology that is now available to make good wine. Nothing more. We cannot be more genius than Leonardo, and we don't try, but we try to be good scholars.
Are you telling me that before Leonardo da Vinci, people really didn't know how to make wine? I mean, of course it turned into vinegar mostly, right? So everyone knew that. But so before Leonardo da Vinci, so we're talking about 1500s?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
1500s.
There was no technically winemaking culture. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. The evidence from history, Stevie, is that before Leonardo, to drink the wine, they needed to add other components to make it tasty. Honey, water, some salt.
I think what he was really perhaps like great, his claim to fame is because he always documented everything. So perhaps like he was the first, not winemaker per se, but he was the first one to document it so
Absolutely.
that it was able to continue the storytelling side, right? And I guess I guess this is why we're here today, because I saw in the inauguration of the museum the small little like notebooks, right?
Leonardo always kept a notebook in his pocket, and he was a very good observer. Every time he saw something that hit his curiosity, he would stop, observe it, try to understand the phenomena that was behind the observation, and replicate it later on in the laboratory. That was the real revolution of Leonardo. The knowledge is passing to us. Before Leonardo, it was only probably father to son and mother to daughter passing the knowledge. Leonardo was the first scientist that took care of passing knowledge in a written way.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So can you tell us, you are actually the CEO of the Caviro Group, right? And Leonardo da Vinci Winery is part of Caviro, is that correct?
Is that correct?
Okay, so can you tell me just a little bit for our audience what Caviro is, and also its link with Leonardo da Vinci Winery?
Caviro was founded in 1966 in Romagna by 4 founding Cantine sociali, social winery, so that Caviro could hold the brands, bottle all the wine that he would receive from the founding partners, and sell it to the market. Caviro's most famous brand is Tavernello. After the first original wineries, another 23, for a total of 27, joined the first 4.
So 27 wineries?
Yeah, 27 wineries.
When did they join?
In the 1960s.
Okay, it's always, in the beginning.
In the beginning. In 1969, so 3 years after the foundation of Caviro, Cantine Leonardo Da Vinci Winery in Vinci joined the Caviro family.
Ah, okay.
When Cantine Leonardo Da Vinci joined, it brought with it the asset that he has, the trademark of Leonardo da Vinci in the winery category.
Oh, so they already had the trademark.
They already had the trademark.
Ah, okay.
And they were able to obtain the trademark because they were the Cantina Sociale di Vinci.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
catch.
Oh, I understand. So I have a question for you. Because I saw Da Vinci, there is also Da Vinci wine, the one that Gallo makes.
Yes, it's ours.
Oh, okay. It's always you.
Yeah.
Because that is Da Vinci. It's not Leonardo da Vinci.
In 2009, I believe, I was already in Caviro. Joe Gallo came to Tuscany. He was making trade of wine, as you can imagine, and he discovered this Cantina Leonardo da Vinci. He talked first to the winery, then to Caviro, because the brand was already belonging to Caviro. And he said, I like this brand and I like the Chianti. I would like to be the distributor in all America. He chose the Da Vinci. He didn't like Leonardo because at that time, Leonardo Di Caprio was very famous.
Oh.
So he didn't want to be associated with...
That's so funny.
It's
That's
funny.
a funny story. So he didn't want to make any confusion,
Exactly.
create any confusion with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's crazy though.
We insisted.
Yeah.
We insisted for a few months.
Yeah.
Leonardo, we call it Leonardo in Italy, as
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
heard. But they were lucky because I think the year after they launched the Da Vinci brand, a very famous book came out.
Codice da Vinci.
Codice da Vinci.
Oh.
Codice da Vinci. So immediately everybody started calling it Da Vinci because they knew of the book, and that's probably one of the reasons why it became so popular.
Oh my goodness. So this museum is the Museum of Leonardo da Vinci. This is kind of the museum, a place, a destination, let's say, in Vinci.
Not really. The main Leonardo Museum is on top of us, is in the castle behind us. It owns a lot of objects, reproduction of the Da Vinci models for flying, for carrying water upstream. Leonardo was such a genius. He did so many things that is hard to imagine. We instead dedicated this museum, which is called Leonardo Da Vinci Winery, to the main project that we have, telling people that Leonardo was a genius also in winemaking.
When did this start?
In 2019.
Oh, so recently, just
Yeah.
before COVID.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as we opened it, it was COVID. For 2 years it was closed. Then we renovated everything, and today we just opened the new show. The idea here is that you take about 20 minutes to visit this museum. As you see, it's quite small. And in 20 minutes, you want to know why Leonardo got so fond of winemaking. Because we are in Vinci, because this is a Chianti land. For hundreds and thousands of years, since the Roman, here they've been making wines. And some hints of his studies. What he studied about how to do agriculture, how to transform must into wine, how to preserve it, how he painted some grapes and some wines in his life. You know that in the Last Supper, Jesus just understood that he was going to die. And what he does, he tries to reach the glass of wine. As for wine to go over our normal lifetime.
So wine is a protagonist
Wine
in
is
his mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is just a graph. If you come here, you want to come back with an idea that Leonardo was fond of wine.
Yeah.
And so maybe you will read a book about it, you will drink a glass of wine of Leonardo da Vinci, but it's not just a genius of very abstract things. He was also a genius of very concrete things.
So just tell us a little bit about Da Vinci Winery. How many labels are there? How many wines?
One is Da Vinci.
Okay.
Da Vinci is dedicated
And that's
only-
significant, right?
It's significant. As I said, it's about 2 million bottles.
Right, so
It's dedicated to Gallo, and Gallo distributed in all Americas. Then we have Villa Da Vinci. Villa Da Vinci are our crew. They are
okay, you have a single vineyard.
single vineyards,
Right.
and there are 4 wines. All of them have the name of an actual vineyard of Leonardo. Then we have 1502 Da Vinci in Romagna, because in 1502 Leonardo came to Romagna,
Okay.
and so we made a line of wine from Romagna, like Sangiovese, Trebbiano,
Right.
Vermentino. Then we have a line called Capolavori, masterpieces. Each label is one of his 19 paintings. Leonardo did 19 paintings, like Mona Lisa, in his lifetime, and so we have a line of 19
You have 19 labels,
labels.
plus the cruise and the Romagna.
Exactly.
So how many in total?
In total, I believe that 38.
Oh my goodness. So what is your vision in terms of going onward in terms of for the wines?
I think we have the potential of increasing our production, maybe to 6 or 7 million bottles, but I would not want to increase it too much. Caviro is a very mass market company, as you know, so we have already in Caviro large production. Da Vinci, in my opinion, should always remain a true winery close to Vinci. As I said, it's 3 kilometers from here, with a nice showroom where we talked about Leonardo and his passion for wine. I think, my opinion, if a lot of people in time would know about the passion of Leonardo to wine, whether or not we sell more wine, that would be good for the Italian winemaking. Because in my opinion, we have a genius like Leonardo that was really anticipating so many of the methodologies still used today all over the world to making good wine.
So let's taste one wine. We have one here. It's actually, it's white. What are we drinking?
We're drinking Vermentino.
Okay, Vermentino. So
The label is called Streda. Streda is the name of a very small stream of water running through the vineyards and is the original name of 4 particles of Leonardo wheel. So he owned 4 vineyards called Streda. We don't know whether it was Vermentino or not.
Okay.
To be sincere, we don't know that. But we believe so because it's next to the river, very fresh, colder temperature than up the hills. And Vermentino is one of the specialty of Tuscany.
all right. Well, congratulations, Chin Chin.
Chin chin.
And that's a wrap from Vinci, where Leonardo da Vinci was born. Okay. Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao ciao.
And that's a wrap. For more fascinating interviews from the world of wine, go to ItalianWinePodcast.com or find us on SoundCloud, Himalaya, Spotify, or wherever you get your pods. Don't forget to subscribe and like all our channels. Chin chin, and thanks for listening.